Hi guys, welcome to the verbal reasoning video. In this video, I'm going to give the complete overview about this topic and how we are going to prepare you for that. Fine. So this video is part of the total 10 workshop series. Yep, these are the 10 main topics which come under verbal reasoning, starting from cause and effect, courses of action, critical reasoning. ISEC. ISEC is very important, especially for CET, which is combination of inference, statement, assumptions, and conclusion together as one question. Strong arguments, weak arguments, inference, definitely, probably, true, false, statement, assumption, statement, conclusion, and assertion reasoning. So these are the 10 main areas which are covered. And if you are joining us at Cetking, we are going to have 10 workshops on each of them with three phases. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 for each of the topics. So total 30 workshops are going to be there, and with the promise that there will be shortcuts, everything will be covered. So in this video, we're going to give an example of how we are going to go about that. Fine, that's how your dashboard will look like once you log into the unit number 10 is your verbal reasoning. Statement, conclusion, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Statement, assumption, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Statement, argument, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Assertion, reasoning, phase. So like this, all the topic we left phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Yep. Remember, these are the area which is going to make or break you, because maths, logic, everyone can solve. But verbal reasoning is one main area where no one scores. Let it be CET, let it be bank PO, everyone leaves all these topics, are not able to score well in this topic. Fine. So objective of this workshop is to make sure you score 100% marks, or at least 4 out of 5 marks in every topic. Yep, that's the objective of these 10 workshops. Yep. So we'll start with the first one. That's one of the very important areas, statement, assumptions, because that's your fundamental for a lot of things. Statement, arguments, lot of things are based on statement, assumptions. Alright, and that's how the question will look like. There will be statements and assumption 1, assumption. You have to tell one is implicit, 2 is implicit, either, neither, or both. So 5 options will be like this. Fine. So that's a typical question. So please pause the video. We'll not solve the question. I'm just giving an example of that. So please pause and try to do it. Alright, so if you've done this 6, now let's try to what do you mean by assumption. If I use the word I like you, what is assumption? Now the moment I give you a big heart ka sign, obviously this means I love you, but that's not stated, and that's advice to the boys as well. Always start with the word I like you, never say I love you. Thappad padega, like you mein thappad nahi padega. Yeah, that's a confirmed thing. Alright, so I is a statement here. So when someone says something to someone, he may not put everything into words. Whatever is left unsaid or taken for granted is called assumptions. Fine. So that's what you have to find out. But it will be given. Assumption is always given in the statement or hidden in the statement. Inference is something which is not even talked about. Yep. Let's take one more example. That's a very good example. Amitabh Bachchan said, "Today I have money, fame, property, bank balance." That's from the movie Diwar. Shashi Kapoor said, "I have my mother." And after that, Amitabh Bachchan was quiet. ... What is assumption? Now, I was taking a lecture in Pune a couple of weeks ago on this topic, and the guy said, "No problem. Iska matlab Amitabh Bachchan is rich, Shashi Kapoor is poor." Now, that's your statement. That's not your assumption. Or that can be inference, but that's not your assumption. Assumption is obviously that mother is more important than bank balance. Fine. So you have to find out the hidden statements within the statements, and whatever is hidden is your assumption. Alright. So let's take this first example. You should use computers to increase the efficiency of your office. Number 1, only the use of computer can increase your efficiency. No, out, because the word only, out of scope. For example, if I give you my example, I am teaching on iPad. This video is being recorded on iPad. So iPad is, for me, is more efficient than a computer. Fine. It depends upon the case by case. So obviously only word was extreme. Use of computer can increase the efficiency of the office. Yes, that is exactly what is hidden in this thing. If you recommend someone that please use computer, iska matlab there was a requirement of a computer. So if you are recommending something, that is the assumption that will have a desired effect. Fine. For example, if you recommend your friend that you should buy a bike, fine, this means obviously that he needs bike. That's why I recommended it. If I'm putting up a board that we teach for Cetking is a coaching institute, then obviously people will see the board. Obviously people will join me. For example, if I give a newspaper ad that we are starting a new batch for CET, then obviously this means that people will see the board. This also assume that people will join me, my sales will increase, because the desired effect will come. यार अगर मैंने बोर्ड लगाया तो काम आएगा ना. Suppose even if I put a board on top of the train, on the roof of the train, outside the train, on top of that, obviously again I'll assume the people will see the board. The target audience is the people who are sitting on top of the trains. Anything is possible, anything is assumption. अगर मैंने कुछ किया है, this means the desired effect will come. It's a very, very important statement. People tend to lose that part. Yep, so please take care of that. So please solve around 50 questions again to get expertise in this area. And these are your common pitfalls which you have to save yourself from when you're doing statement assumptions, which we'll talk about as we go along in the remaining videos. Alright, so these are the 10 workshops we are going to cover over the next, if you are joining us. And the main problem of this topic is, if you pick up any book, there are a lot of famous books, I don't want to name them, but for example, if I pick up that book, XYZ book, same question is repeated 3 times. Number A, answer is A. Second question, same question, answer is B. Same question, answer is C, with a different explanation for everything. Fine. That's the main problem with this topic again, that even if you follow some book, you will get a different answer in the same book only. Because every person ki soch alag hai. That's why I've given you the pitfalls, I've given you the templates, I've given you the rules. I've tried to solve verbal reasoning using mathematical formulas. They go step by step. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this. So that you get 100% accuracy. Fine. So please follow this thing, and obviously you'll score good marks. Yeah. So please, if you want to join us, you can join us. Yep. Fine. So like this, we have phase 1. The moment you join us, you'll get phase 1, phase 2, and phase 3 videos. Phase 1 is a basic, just introducing to the topic. Phase 2 will do some questions. Phase 3 will do some advanced level questions. So 3 phases will make sure that you get at least 4 by 5 marks in your topic. Yep, that's what we are going to go about. And your target is to solve 50 questions. If you've got Cetking books as well, 50 questions per chapter is more than sufficient. That's my simple thumb rule. Last 50 days, 50 topics is your 50 topics, and 50 questions per topic you need to do to become an expert in this area, in any area. Statement assumption, for example, you have to do 50 questions to become expert of that. Geometry, numbers, you have to do 50 questions on that type of question to get expert in that area. Yep. And trust me, verbal reasoning is one area which is normally ignored by every coaching institute. Talk to any of your friends who have joined any coaching institute. Are they teaching this topic? No. Even if they teach, the quality of the teaching is very, very bad. Fine. That's why we have this topic. And trust me, I started Cetking because of the verbal reasoning and visual reasoning. Because there is no faculty, there is no coaching institute who focuses on this area. Fine. Who is expert on this area. Fine. That's why we have 30 workshops here for verbal reasoning, total 10 topics, 3 workshops each, and 30 workshops for visual reasoning. Because these are the 2 main areas which everyone is going to ignore. Trust me, maths will be done by everyone. Everyone have got almost same level of maths and logic. Quant, logic, verbal will be almost same by everyone. Hardly 2-3 mark ऊपर नीचे जाएगा. But verbal reasoning and visual reasoning is going to make or break your career. So please focus on these 2 areas. Alright, all the best. So this video was more to give you a sample about how we teach at Cetking. So if you want to join us for the classroom program or online program, please log on to cetking.com and you will see all the information about all the courses. You can call us on the numbers which are given on cetking.com. Alright, all the best. Thank you. But do remember, this is one of the areas where no one scores, where trust me, people leave the topic. And these are areas where you can score well. Yep, all the best.